Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special on the road edition of Action Sunday. I am live from San Diego in my hotel room in the Old Town section of San Diego. So this week's episode is going to be a very special one because about a little over a week ago, we lost, of course, Kevin Conroy, the voice of the legendary Batman. So I wanted to do something special. So for the first time in the history of Action Sunday, not only is this the first on the road one, I'm going to be doing a double feature animated feature of two different Batman movies that Kevin Conroy has starred in. And I'm talking about Mask of the Phantasm and Batman Beyond: The Return of the Joker movies. And of course, believe it or not, one of these movies, if anybody's been following me as long as you have, I've said that Mask of the Phantasm is possibly one of my favorite movies in general. And of course, I'll tell you why. Because the whole story and is just gripping and telling. It's the perfect blend for the perfect story that immerses you in the world of the animated Batman series. Okay. And it's so good, and it's it kind of retcons a little bit of mysticism about Bruce Wayne. It's we have former love in this Andrea girl, and of course turns out I don't want to give much away for anybody who's never seen Mask of the Phantasm. But again, Kevin Conroy, he always brings it. He always gives a good performance as Batman. There's so much good moments. He could feel the emotion and intensity, and makes it real and on another level in this movie. And of course, not only that, he's also got a great supporting cast. And of course, obviously the Joker, voiced by the legendary Mark Hamill. And of course, another cool thing, the legendary Stacy Keach as the voice of the Phantasm. So yeah, pretty cool thing. So yeah, all that right there just tells you how well of a good movie. And what sucks about this is that this movie came out in '92, and it was considered a flop because I was like, wait a minute, why? And I looked into it because it was going against two other the big blockbuster movies of that year. One of them being Beetlejuice. Yeah, bet you guys didn't know that. So yeah, with that in mind, but still, it's become such a classic, and it's a really good movie. Now, as for Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, holy hot shit. This one gave me chills up the yin-yang because everyone has said that has got to be one of the best moments of the Joker in general. There's a whole lot, because if anybody knows the whole Batman Beyond story arc, it's we've jumped 40 years into the future. Okay, Bruce Wayne, he's now retired. He's introduced this new Batman, this guy named Terry McGinnis, voiced by Will Friedle from Boy Meets World, which is pretty damn cool. And oh my goodness, these guys work perfectly well together. The chemistry right there is perfect. But how does, now of course, I'm now what you're thinking, wait a minute, it's been 40 years. I'm like, wait, the Joker's back? The whole story explains it, and what happens, and how is he be able to still be there? And of course, 40 years later, well, of course, is the iconic death of the Joker. And it's a hauntingly beautiful written scene of the whole movie. And the more every time I think about that, I'm like, dear God, this has got to be the darkest moment for both these characters in the story. And it's really well written. And again, Mark Hamill always bring it as the Joker. Kevin Conroy delivers a terrific performance as the Batman, as usual. And both these movies are really good, in its own right. And seriously, if anybody has to go back in time and maybe rewatch the whole Batman Beyond story arc, I think you guys would enjoy it, because you'll be like, wow, it's a much darker, much more grimmer future storyline that they kind of laid out. And it's yeah, I feel a little bit more of that. And they were capitalizing on story arcs from the shows, and that's what made these movies just be standout performances for Kevin Conroy in general. So yeah, when you got that as a winning formula, is gonna be good. All right. So yeah, I've seen these movies probably twice now, and of course I've seen the Mask of Phantasm more than once. It's still one of my favorite movies. And side note, I might have to do an updated version of my top 30, maybe a top 50, folks. So yeah, that's just something you should know. But yeah, I'd say give these movies a watch. They are available out there, or if you're lucky like me, I have them both. I have one of them on a signed DVD. Well, not really assigned DVD, but you get my point. And the other one I had to find through our channels, but they're out there. They're also available, I understand, on the HBO Max. Like they're all there, not just all the animated Batmans, but all the live action ones. So if you want to see your Batman, they're all there. Okay. So with that in mind, if I had to give both these movies a score, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna give Mask of Phantasm a 9.5 out of 10 because it is really good. But as for Batman Beyond: Return of Joker, I'm gonna give that a solid 9 because I feel like the elements are there. Like I feel like it could be just as good as Mask of Phantasm, but I feel like what knocks it down for me is like it's a much more sadder, much more grimmer and darker story than Mask of Phantasm. And of course, I feel like both okay, Mask of Phantasm focuses on a love story that's happened before you ever became the Batman. This more of a story that really focuses on, okay, Bruce in his golden years, but also going backwards in time to explain something that happened to the Joker, as well as give us more backstory into Robin / Tim Drake and Barbara Gordon, all this good stuff, and like how that flows right into the present day, Batman Beyond storyline. It really works. So yeah, like take your pick. If you're a big Batman Beyond fan, I recommend it. Okay, and they're all available online for your pleasure. All right. So that does it for now. Give these movies a watch. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.